Hi, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, John Dagan. With me is Johnny. Get a little help behind the camera today, but we're doing Bring a Trailer in one take. Not quite one take anymore because we do know how to edit video now. So today we're featuring the 1978 Excalibur. Johnny, bring the Excalibur. Oh, thanks. That's for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Halloween. It's the other Excalibur.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. That's the Excalibur I was looking for.
Here you go, my lord.
Thank you.
Yes.
So this is our 1978 Excalibur Phaeton Series III. This is an automobile that was produced from 1963 through 1990 or thereabouts. It was a vehicle that was originally designed by Brooks Stevens. Now, Brooks Stevens was an industrial designer and he did work for Studebaker. In 1963, Studebaker decided that they wanted a car for their show stand at the automobile whatever. And they wanted something that would attract people and get them to stop. So Brooks Stevens designed the Excalibur. And it's based on a 1928 Mercedes-Benz SSK Roadster. Now this is the Phaeton. It has a back seat. This is a later iteration. So who was Brooks Stevens? Well, we said he was an industrial designer. So he designed refrigerators and toasters and other things for around the house. But he was also an automotive designer. And some of the things that he's credited with is he designed the post-war Harley Davidsons, the real Art Deco swoopy ones from the late 40s. He designed, well, in 1958, he redesigned the Wienermobile for Oscar Mayer. And in 1988, his company produced them out of fiberglass, and he was credited with putting the wiener in the bun, so to speak. In addition, he did a lot of work for Studebaker, including the Spectre show car, which was made in Italy, brought to this country, and it has a symbiotic relationship with our own Bosley Interstate. He later went on, and one thing that he's most credited with is the design of the Jeep Wagoneer. So when they built this car for the show stand, just before the show, Studebaker said, whoa, we can't have that on the show stand. Everybody will want to buy it. So it wound up off in the corner, and you know what? Everybody did want to buy it. So they formed their own company to produce it. Now, the original prototype was the only one that had a Studebaker engine, although all the early cars were built on the Lark Daytona chassis. So later iterations all had General Motors running gear in them. So they did make about 3,500 over the 20-odd years that they made these cars. This one, well, tell you what, Johnny, let's see what's under the hood. Oh, shit. There's a rat under the hood.
Oh.
Now, that's a 454 Mark IV Chevrolet big block, also known as a rat motor. So you can see our big block Chevy. Behind that is a turbo 400 automatic transmission. You'll notice that it's equipped with power brakes. It also has power steering. This exhaust pipes coming out to the side of the car are real. They are functional. There is a box manifold attached to the engine, and it takes the exhaust through those pipes. Has the dual spare tires with the 6 wire wheels, like a true spoke style. You can see all the Corvette gear in there, Corvette steering wheel shifter. We still got the top. It's got a little trunk on it that is functional, just like it would have been in the 30s or the 20s, whenever the car was patterned after. You see the Volkswagen taillight. You see the generic door latch. And this thing's got a full complement of switches and gauges. It kind of looks like a school bus. Corvette wheel, tilt telescope. It's got a hang-on air conditioning unit. Don't know who made it. At some point, the stereo got changed. That box there that says Excalibur on the bottom, I think that's the delay wipers. I know I said it was for an air ride, but I really think it's for the delay wipers because there's no other wiper switch in the car. Bucket seats probably GM inspired.
There's the fuel filler cap on the fender. You know, the bumpers come out past the fenders so you don't have any ripping them off issues. The tires, they're probably 30 years old. Uh, they need to be replaced badly. You can see the dual mirrors on the spares. You can see the triple wipers. You'll see it does have air conditioning compressor under the hood. There's no belt on it. I did turn the compressor by hand, and it does turn freely. It has electric horns for the city. It has air horns for the highway. And you can see all the standard GM, the Doco alternator, the HEI distributor, etc., etc.
All right, so we touched on a lot of features of the Excalibur during the walk around. Johnny and I went ahead and pulled the top off, and now it looks like it's going to pour rain, typical South Florida afternoon. I will say that I know very little about these cars. Everything that I know about this car, I learned about 20 minutes ago on the internet. If you have knowledge of these cars and you want to share it with everybody, please do in the comment sections, either on YouTube or on Bring a Trailer. I will say that this car runs like absolute doo-doo. We rescued this car on a mechanics lien for a friend of a friend, and we're just trying to help get it sold so that he can take care of some financial concerns. So we're not going to be investing any time or money in this fine automobile. But we will take you for a ride. So the door latches will confuse the hell out of you. So that's unlocked, and then that's open. So it took me about 15 minutes to get in it the first time. And it was not designed for somebody that's 6'2" with size 12 feet. Because the brake pedal and the gas pedal are pretty much on top of each other. Now it shows just under 50,000 on the odometer. It does have the 454 Chevy, which is a fairly common engine. In my professional opinion, it needs some carburetor, ignition, intake manifold, gasket kind of work. I think that the basic short block is most likely in serviceable condition, especially with only showing 50 on the clock. But in the event that it is a problem, you can buy these motors all day long. GM Performance Parts has a beautiful HO long block, valve covered oil pan for right at $7,000 on Summit. So it's not a tough one. I do have my Corvette telly wheel here, which apparently doesn't lock. It just telescopes. It's got a very, very loud electric fuel pump that runs all the time. It's got this freaking crazy air ride thing here, straight out of the 70s. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Air conditioning doesn't work. There we go. So this is going to be a short tour, especially since it's now raining.
Yay.
And we have no top. So we got the Super Sport shifter.
Banging.
And I will notice that it goes forward in third. Put it in neutral, it still goes forward. Seeing the Excalibur emblem out there, it's a good gun sight. To kind of give you an idea of where you're headed. And this car is much more enjoyable with the top off.
Yeah.
Which the removal of the top, very much like an old MG or kind of British Leland thing, it's an erector set that you build and then you put the canvas on it like a tent. We could have packaged it up and there's a way to stow it on the car. Again, I'm not an expert. We figured out how to get it off the car. She likes the car. It's a good looking car. Whoops. And that's the other thing. The brake pedal and the gas pedal are not laid out real well. So when I go to hit the brake, I a lot of times step on the gas. And we can see that the steering wheel alignment is not very good. It's off by about
90 degrees.
Yes. It's raining, so I'm going to try and turn the wipers on. Does one of these things say wipers?
Heater, air, defrost, temp, heater. You got switches for days, but no wiper switch.
Got defroster, got fan, got a horn button, headlights.
Courtesy light.
That's a tag light off a truck. It does have the updated Blaupunk CD player.
Nice.
Probably 78, probably came with an 8-track.
I mean, that thing fits perfectly in there.
Yeah. And I bet you, given the size hole like that, I bet you it was a Ford radio.
I mean, not for nothing, it doesn't drive that bad.
It doesn't drive that good.
Yeah.
It could drive better. It needs somebody to love it. And I'm not that person. I like it okay. It's actually running better now than it was earlier.
Oh, Italian tuna.
Yeah. Must have been the Johnny behind the wheel. Yeah, it's pulling like... See, it's got a vacuum gauge. These were popular in the late 70s. They were touted as a fuel economy minder. So obviously when you drove the car, if you could keep it in the green, you were getting better economy. If it went in the red, you were not getting any fuel economy. Like a 454 with a 3-speed transmission and a 331 rear axle ratio is going to give you anything resembling fuel economy.
I mean, if you stay in the green, it will.
Your second gear. So you can make third gear before the light. There you go.
Hey!
All 3 gears. So we're going to go south. South? That's east, so that's south. We're going to go south on Dixie. Oh yeah, this thing's like running like new now.
Yeah. It's great.
I was really concerned about it earlier. So we have the, did you see the Excalibur steering wheel by Modolita?
Fancy.
Yeah. That's like Pimp Daddy Ride all day long.
I'm going to say MTV Pimp My Ride all day long, but...
Oh, here's the lock for the telescope. Oh, it does work. Look at that.
Hey!
Straight out of Corvette. And it has the Super Sport shifter because, you know, the car was designed after the SSK. So we have the SS shifter. And this is for your smoking pleasure. And we're off. And we are now east of the tracks. As we enter the Hootie Tootie section of Boca Raton.
I was going to say, I feel a little fancy.
Oh man, this is a missile.
All over the road, she pulls.
Some tires and front end work are probably recommended. You don't warranty anything here on Bring a Trailer.
As is.
As is, there is. We'll even help you push it on the trailer.
It's really not a bad car.
It has potential. You know? If you like the styling, you could easily put in a late model LS motor.
Right.
Some kind of upgraded automatic transmission with overdrive. I mean, hell, it's got an IRS rear suspension from a Vet. It's got 4-wheel disc brakes from a Vet. I mean, it's basically a big block Corvette. never come this way before, Johnny. You know why? Police.
Oh. Yeah.
See if the turn signals work. Oh, look at that. Oh, they're going really fast, though. And I want to note that the turn signals front and rear and taillights on this car are from a Volkswagen Super Beetle.
Nice. Little bit of everything.
I'll tell you what, the more I drive this car, the better she seems to run.
She's just been sitting for a while.
I spend that 2 quarts of Lucas fuel treatment I dumped in the tank. We'll name this one the Wanderer. Yeah, you need to keep the speed under 40.
Yeah. She gets a little squirrely. Man,
we hit almost 20.
We were really in the green.
We were getting some economy. Oh, look, the voltmeter's dancing, the fuel gauge is dancing. Coming up to temp. See, 1978. I remember in 1978, I was 11 years old.
I wasn't even a wet stain on the freaking bed.
1978, my father bought a brand new 1978 Chevrolet station wagon. This thing down to South Beach.
Yeah.
Deco Drive. Would fit right in.
I don't know about that.
No?
I mean, you would get looks, definitely.
Good or bad?
Probably a little bit of both. About as many looks as we've had driving the thing.
I'm impressed, Johnny. She cleaned up good. Still needs love.
Just a little bit.
And that fuel pump's like probably putting out 50 decibels. So we hope you enjoyed our presentation of the 1978 Excalibur Phaeton 3. It's a unique automobile. It's a unique opportunity for you. You know, 3,500 of these produced over 8 years. I mean, we are selling this on Bring a Trailer, no reserve. So it will sell, it will get a new home. The proceeds are going to help somebody who's fallen on hard times. So I'm not doing anything to it, as is where is. But I think it's a pretty cool piece. So, you know, if you liked what you saw today, you know, give us a like. It really helps us out. And if you haven't subscribed and you watch this long, subscribe to the channel and watch us do more stupid shit. So I'm your host, John Daga. He's Johnny Ryan, and we'll see you on the next one.